Good morning, students. Today is Wednesday, and you know about that. It is our science turn, okay? And last previous class we already studied about our exothermic reactions. Now we are discussing about the endothermic reaction, okay? So first we shall discuss about that its definitions and its example, okay? So endothermic reaction, the reaction in which heat is not evolved to outside or heat heat may may used to process this reaction. So for the term heat means heat, simple energy or heat energy. Okay, these three words are the same for here. Exothermic you already seen. Exo means outside, therm means heat. Heat. Okay, and endothermic means endo means inside and therm means heat. So if heat is just inside it, okay, it means not goes to outside, just evolved inside, then it will be called to endothermic reaction. So this is known as endothermic reactions. Okay. For example, we will see. We already seen the example for exothermic. Now this time for endothermic. Okay. So our photosynthesis reaction is the example for this. In this reaction, photosynthesis reaction, 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O photosynthesis. You know about that sunlight. We need in this sunlight, chlorophyll. We also need C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. Okay, so this is our reactions. You can see if the reaction is balanced or not. Okay, so total number of carbon, total number of oxygen and total number of hydrogen should be same in reactant and in product. Okay. Okay, then next example, this is the example, and one more example like CaCO3. This is also example for our decomposition reaction. Okay, because you know about that in decomposition reactions, one complex substance can be changed into two or more than two simpler substances. Okay, so that is the decomposition reactions. Okay. So CaCO3, CaO plus CO2. Okay. This is our also example of this. So we need heat also here. Okay. This is the sign of heat. Now next for us third number reactions. Third number means third type of chemical reaction, that is our displacement reaction. That is our displacement reactions. Displacement reaction. Displacement reaction means in the reactant maybe some atoms, okay, or molecules are just displaced from their actual place and just goes to other places. Okay, we will see the example also for this. Okay, what is the displacement reaction? So first we have to see the definition of displacement reaction. Okay, in this reaction, in these reactions, one or one substance or one one atoms or molecule at one atom or molecule are change their place and join with other substance. Join with other substance. Like example, when you will see the example, then you more understand about this. What is the displacement reaction? Because here one atom or maybe molecule is just displaced from their place, and it is only due to the other substance which is in the reactant, okay, like Zn plus H2SO4, Zn plus H2SO4. So zinc is a metal, this is acid, dilute acid, okay, hydrogen sulfate, it means H2SO4, okay, and zinc, okay. Then ZnSO4, the salt, and H2 gas will liberate. So this is zinc sulfate formation. You can easily see what are the changes here. So zinc can be able to displace this H2 from here, and they can form the product or with the SO4. It means zinc sulfate are the formation, H2 gas is liberations here. So those who can displace to other, they are in higher in reactivity series or in activity series, okay. So first we have to see what are the reactivity series. So we can understand here reactivity series. Reactivity series. This reactivity series or activity series you can see anywhere in your books or okay. When you are studying from this YouTube online classes, just take help from your textbook, okay, refreshers, okay, those which helping material you are having. So you just take and help from that also, and you also see what I am teaching here. If you are having any doubt, you can personally also you can ask, or in your group, okay, also you can ask, okay. So first, okay. So this is for reactivity series. You can see K for potassiums. This is our sodium, magnesiums, barium, calciums, aluminum, zinc, ferrous, cobalt, nickel, lead, tin, hydrogen, copper. Ag means silver and Au means gold, and this is platinum. Okay, so this is our activity series. You can see maybe some what changes can be, you can see here. Okay, sometimes barium are just upside, okay, before that magnesium. Okay, no problem. Here it is not huge problem. In your book already 9 or 10 given for this. Okay, we are writing here 15. So this is our activity series. It means those are having in when you are watching this. Okay, this is okay. Then decreasing order of reactivity. So okay, decreasing order of reactivity. Decreasing order of reactivity. So this is the main important things for us. What are the main things here? Okay. First you have to write. Okay. Again I am telling about 2 or 3 more examples. Otherwise you can write first 2-3 more examples. Now our next examples. Sometimes they are asking about then how can zinc react with any HCl or other things. Okay. So always formation of their salts. This is a type of salts. This is type of salts. So when they are reacting with HCl, form chloride salts. Form chloride salts. When they are reacting with HNO3, they form nitrate salts. They form nitrate salts. Okay. Nitrate salts. Okay. Nitrate salts. And now our next example is for our double displacement reactions. Double displacement reactions. One more activity is there. Okay, for this one more example is here. That name is when Fe react with copper sulfate. This is also one important example for you. Okay, when Fe react with copper sulfate. So now you are already understood how can we change this thing. Okay, so when this reaction, it can be just joined with this. So formation of ferrous sulfate and copper. So before starting this, we have to see one activity here. We are watching here one activity already given in your book. Okay, that is just related with FeSO4. Okay, this is, I forgot to tell about that. That's why I am writing here. Okay, that is FeSO4 plus CuSO4. Okay, and FeSO4 plus Cu. You know about that. This is ferrous. Okay, for this we have to take one activity, and in this activity we are taking two nails. Okay, these are the 2 nails. Okay, we are having, and 2 test tubes, 2 test tube also. Okay, we will tell the name A and this name is B. Okay. These are the 2 test tube, or maybe boiling tube, you can take anything. These are the 2 test tube. Okay. So first, these iron nail colors are, you also have to see what are the main color. Initially gray color. Okay, grayish white, or you can see the galvanized layer. Galvanized layer means zinc layer. When galvanizing is done, you know the white shaped color. Okay, that the grayish, and iron nail color. Okay, when you are purchasing from your market, you see that color. So grayish, okay, color, and copper sulfate color is blue. Copper sulfate color is blue. When they are reacting, okay, when these 2 are reacting, it means first we have to keep here CuSO4 solution. We have to keep CuSO4. This is very easy activity. Okay. Once you have to see what are the procedure and what are the activity inside that, what are the conclusion. We will discuss about that. It is a very easy exercise, and this you can write the writing form or the explanation. You also can write from your own words. It is also no problem. Okay. CuSO4. Then this is the blue color solutions. When we will fill in this. Okay. So for 20 minutes, this B solution we will not disturb. Okay, we will keep aside for timely to 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, and these are both fresh CuSO4 solutions. Okay. Copper sulfate solution which are blue in color. Okay, you should see what are the color changes after this reaction. This is also important things. So Fe grayish color and CuSO4 blue color after reaction. It means after 20 minutes. Okay, so from both nails we will take one nail to cap inside it. Okay, like that, or maybe fully you can cap inside. Fully you have to cap inside. Okay, this is the our nail. Okay, so after 20 minutes, when you will see the color is just changed now, because FeSO4 fade their colors. FeSO4, because now the color is changed. This copper is now changed. This copper is now changed in brownish color, reddish brown color. Okay, you also can tell reddish brown color. What I am telling, that is important. Okay, okay, what is I am telling here, so that is important. So you should see, and you don't be take too much in enjoy these classes. Okay, this is important, and that's why I am studying on the board for your this coming days. Okay, and reddish brown, grayish color, reddish brown. So after 20 minutes we will see the FeSO4 color is just changed. You also can write this is now fade color. Fade color means color is light in. So now this color is green, and reddish brown color is changed to copper. Okay, so our nail now changed to this color. Okay, because the copper plating is done. And why it is happen? Because listen, 1 minute. I think I know here. 1 minute. Sorry. This is. This is our okay. Okay, barium is upside and calcium is downside. Okay, sorry for this issue. And so, because when you will see Fe, where is Fe? Okay. So this Fe, this is our Fe, and this is copper. When you will see this copper, okay, both are having a different place in our reactivity series. Both are having different place in our reactivity series. So those are having upper one places. They always or can able to displace to lower one. Okay, it means those are having upper one, they can be displaced into the lower one. Okay, if we are thinking that, okay, you don't write this thing. We have to take one more example for that to show that how this reactivity series can happen here. Okay, look, for if we are not here also you can see Zn is here, H2, H is where, H is here, look, and Zn is here. So Zn can able to displace hydrogen from hydrogen sulfate. It means from H2SO4, because Zn is upper in activity series and H is lower in activity series. Here also look, Fe is just upper one in series and Cu copper at lower at series. So Fe also can able to displace copper, okay, from copper sulfate. Okay, and if we are searching or thinking that Cu plus FeSO4, so now you think what will happen? This is one more example for you. Okay, but this is the reaction. Okay, reaction happen or not, this is different thing. But what is two things to learn here? Like look, copper is at downside, Fe at upper side. Okay, it means so copper cannot able to displace Fe from here. So copper cannot able to displace. Okay, copper. So there is a no reactions. Okay, there is a no reactions. I hope you understood some disturbance in between that. but no problem. I hope you understood what is these things and what is displacement reactions. Okay, understood? So 1 minute you can write within. After that, I will tell about more substance. Okay. Actually, I forgot to tell about our second decomposition reaction. Okay. So first we have to see decomposition reaction. Okay. So what is this decomposition reaction? Okay. Name is enough to tell about the what is this reaction. Decompose. Decompose means breaking. Okay. It means if one complex substance break into maybe two or more than two simpler substance is known as decomposition reaction. Okay, so write diagram. Okay, our definition: the breaking substance to two or more than simpler substance is known as decomposition. So the breaking down of one single complex substance into two or more than simpler substance. It means if one complex substance is break down into two or more than two substance. So this is known as decomposition reaction. Like one example we have already seen. Okay, that is CaCO3 is changed into CaO plus CO2. CaO plus CO2. One more important reactions about this I have to explain here. It is other than, okay, not is related to here, but you have to also see what is the reaction is there. Okay, like CaO, that is, his name is quicklime. Quicklime or simply lime. When react with H2O, formation of Ca, calcium hydroxide. This is calcium hydroxide and known as slake lime. Slake lime. When this CaOH is react with carbon dioxide, formation of CaCO plus H2O. Okay, this is important reaction for exam purpose. Okay, so always you have to see and you have to read this reaction. Very important. Calcium oxide when react with water, it means this is only a lime. Okay, you seen already white color powder which is used in whitewashing. Okay, so formation of slake lime. Okay, this is a type of exothermic reaction because too much heat is evolved in this reaction. Okay, too much heat is just liberated from this reaction, and when this calcium hydroxide are react with carbon dioxide in atmosphere, formation of CaCO3. So this chalk, marble, okay, eggshells are example of calcium carbonate. This example of calcium carbonate. Okay, so this is important reaction, not is a decomposition reaction, but it is important for us. When this CO3 is breaking down, it means decompose, formation of CaO. So now you see what is this CaO? Calcium oxide means quicklime. Okay. Now most of decomposition reactions are three types. Decomposition reactions types. First is our thermal we are having two examples of this. Okay, you have to see carefully because their activities also are in our book or maybe in the freshers or like that. Okay, FeSO4 to FeSO4 is react when Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3 and one more 2PbNO3 whole twice is 2PbO plus 4NO2 plus O2. Okay, 4NO2 plus O2. So this is our reaction. This is also in form, activity form also. This is green in color. Okay, this is green. So when these activities happen, green color FeSO4 first having with the water crystallization. It means actually their name is FeSO4.7H2O. Okay, scientific name or chemical name is green vitriol. Okay, green vitriol. Okay, FeSO. So when this can be done to heat, okay, this to FeSO4, then water crystallization are just goes out, okay, and anhydrous FeSO4 will be left, and this color will be the Fe2O3, SO2, and this one. So after Fe2O3 here left for us, and this brown fumes of SO2 and SO3 will release outside. Okay, SO2 and SO3 release outside here. 2PbNO3 is white in color, and 2PbO yellow, NO2 a reddish brown fumes. Reddish brown fumes will come. So this is also, and this is only due to heat. Okay, this is only due to heat. Next, this is herbal decomposition, and next it is our second part, that is photo decomposition, and one more is first we have to see photo decomposition, and one more is third one is electro decomposition. It means electrolysis, or maybe you have to tell decomposition by electric or electric decomposition. Okay, electric decomposition. Photo decomposition. Photo means light, and this is decomposition. I already told about that term. Heat is a type of energy. Photo, also sunlight, is an energy, and electricity, also a type of energy. So ultimately these all are combinedly it means decomposition reactions, but examples are just different. I also make attentions towards this different type of example. That's why I am converting this in three types. Okay, so photo decompositions, 2AgCl and 2AgBr. Okay, these both are the used reactions in black and white photography. Okay, photography. Okay. So this is Ag, silver chloride react to silver, and chloride will decompose. Okay, and this silver bromide also in silver or bromide. Okay, so black and white photography they are using, and this electric decompositions is generally used in electrolysis of water. So example is electrolysis of water. Activity also in your book, okay, in textbook, okay, you can see electrolysis of water. Okay. This is our electrolysis of water, and this is reaction. So I hope you understood about that. What is our decomposition reactions? Okay, this is thermal decomposition reaction. FeSO4 to FeSO4 when react with. Okay, our reactions also balance. Okay, 4NO2 and O2. Okay, Fe2O3, SO2, SO3, 2PbNO3, 2PbO, yellow. Okay, this is also white in color. 2PbO, yellow color, and reddish brown fumes will come. Photo decomposition, 2AgCl, 2Ag plus Cl2, 2Ag Br, 2Ag B plus Br2, black and white photography. Electric decomposition, it means decomposition by electricity. Okay, decomposition by electricity. So electrolysis of water, 2H2O plus 2H2 and plus O2. So I think we can see here also this activity. Okay. Otherwise, first you have to write, and then we will see the activity of electrolysis of water. Very important question for exam purpose. Okay. Okay, students. To save our times, I already draw one diagram for our electrolysis of water. Okay. So what is in the diagram? Very simple diagram. Okay. First of all, we will take one plastic mug, okay, and you can write in the activity form. You know about that. How can we write? Okay, what are the apparatus or maybe the chemicals are required in these things, and what is the aim? Aim is like that to make a electrolysis of water. It means water are composed of hydrogen and oxygen gas. Okay, so we have to say, and what are the procedure in these reactions? I have to tell now. Okay. So first we will take plastic mug, okay, and one simple draw I can draw here, okay. First we have to take one plastic mug and make 2 hole at downside. Make 2 hole at downside. We are just doing 2 hole at downside and fix, okay, a rubber cork. Rubber cork. Just we are fixing this rubber cork to our rubber stopper or rubber cork, okay, and it's just above. We are just keeping here or capped 2 graphite rods. It means they are just showing like or behaving like electrode. They are just behaving like electrode. And after that, 2 inverted test tube we will take. This is 2 inverted test tube already we taken here, and just join with 2 wires in which one will show like anode and one will show like cathode. Okay. And you already hear these 2 names, okay. Anode is negative charge or positive charge. This is positive charge, okay. The anode is a positive electron and cathode is a negative electron, okay. I am now telling about here for iron, okay. Otherwise for iron they are in the reverse, okay. Like these are the positive electron. It means for iron, positive ion is known as cation and negative ion is known as anion. So positive electron and negative electron. And from that we have to take one wire, one key is there, one 6-volt battery is there, and just connected with this other electrode. Okay. And in this solution we are just adding few drops of H2SO4. It means to make a good electrolytes, you know about that. Acids are the good electrolytes. It means they can able to done electrolysis, and with water we have to done. So 2 inverted test tubes, just we are inverting on our electrodes, graphite rods, and then after that we have to start. It means we have to this open switch we have to make them close. It means we have to on this performer, okay, and rubber stopper, okay, already done. Cathode is already okay. Plastic one. Then now after some time, when we will see the gases volumes are just gases, okay, or otherwise gases content are just goes to upper side of this 2 test tube, okay, or the 2 test tube, and we will see maybe 1 or 2, okay, right or left, no problem, but we will see their volume differences. It means the ratio of the gases are just 1/2, okay. It means one side having a lower portion and one side having a more higher portion. It means one is a lower portion with that and one is a double like portion. So we have to say here hydrogen is just double that oxygen content or oxygen volume, or in other words we have to say oxygen if is a one part, then hydrogen is a two part here. So this I think this is you can easily see or easily understand. First of all we have to see the definition of this electrolysis of water. Okay, electrolysis of water. The breaking or decomposition of water by electricity, okay, is known as electrolysis of water, and the reactions or equation main important things we have to see in this electrolysis of water. It is a water decomposition, okay, by the electricity, and formation and volume of gases. Okay. So one volume, it means this is the two volume and this is the one volume. That's why we have to tell this is H2 and O, formation of water. In other words, or in other say, one more important things is here. So I am telling here it is a one portion or one volume of oxygen and second volume more than okay. So double volume is hydrogen. But how can you explain or demonstrate that this two volume is a hydrogen gas and one volume is a oxygen gas? So we are having a gas conformation test here. Okay. So for gas conformation test, we have to see for like H2 and for O2 gas conformations. So when we are taking a burning candle on this inverted test tube, okay, when we are opening and gases are just releasing from our test tube, then we will see for O2 burning candle burns as usual. Okay, as usual means like earlier they are just burning and there is no obstruction. Now also after passing this O2 gas to the this one. Okay, so by that we can confirm then one part is O2 gas, and for other when we are taking burning candle on that, then pop sound will come. Okay, then for the burning candle for H2. Okay, so through this way you can conclude that the reactions in the formation in our test tube is O2 or H2. So if pop sound is coming from any one tube, then that is the hydrogen gas, and if there is no sound and as usual there is a burning, then it is the oxygen gas. So now next our fourth one is double decomposition reaction. Okay, double decomposition reaction. In this reaction, double displacement reaction. This is our fourth reaction. Okay, double displacement reaction. Okay, so in this reaction, exchange of atoms and or molecules in both compound in this reaction, mutual exchange of atoms and molecules in a both compound to form new substance. Okay, so for that we have examples many are there. Okay, like AgNO3 plus NaCl, okay, and and BaCl2 plus H2SO4. So how is formation of product? I can explain here. Okay, so first of all we have to see double displacement reaction. Okay. I think this is not a huge problem for us. You can easily see what is the formation of 2H2. These 2 or 3 things are important in electrolysis of water. Definitions, diagram, with label diagram, okay, cathode with okay, everything, and how the electrolysis of this 2H2, it is from water, 2H2 plus O2, and the ratio of this. Ratio also you have to write here, okay, like H ratio with O are 2:1. Okay, this is our ratio for hydrogen oxygen burning candle. Okay, I think you understood about the double displacement reaction. In this reaction, mutual exchange of atoms or molecules, okay, sometimes ions also, in a both compound to form a new substance. Okay, so how can we exchange mutually two atoms and molecules in a both compound? Okay, so this is very easy things, easy reactions. Okay, this is when they are going to here, and this is our mutual exchange. Okay, so formation of product is AgCl plus NaNO3. Okay, AgCl, okay, that is silver chloride. Okay, AgCl, and BaCl2, same process also here. BaSO4 plus 2HCl. Okay, AgCl2. I think AgCl2 is here. So, AgCl2. Okay, I'll see. This is precipitate. This is also precipitate. Both are white precipitates. Both are white precipitates. Okay, first you have to write down this one. And this white precipitate, okay, due to that we also have to tell this is a precipitation reaction. That's why double decomposition reaction, also known as precipitation reactions. So when this is silver nitrate, when react with sodium chloride, formation of silver chloride and sodium nitrate. And this is barium chloride, when react with hydrogen sulfate. Okay, it means H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Then formation of barium sulfate and 2HCl, means hydrochloric acid, and formation of white precipitate. So this white precipitate means I think you already understood. This is insoluble solid, okay, which is left over at the bottom of our beaker. Okay, so first you have to write down. Next topic we will see in few times. Okay, thank you.